Hi, Kevin here, showing off my new invention, which is a brand new way to do a bud switch. And this one is unique in that the piston here, which is used to detect any block update change, this piston is completely isolated except for his top face, which means any one of these faces can be used for the block detection, and haha, there's nothing on any of the side faces, which means this can be hidden very well into the ceiling. Well, not hidden, per se, but nicely laid into the ceiling. And I developed this particularly for tree farms, so you could have this right above where the tree is growing, and when the leaves touch the ceiling, it could signal when the farm is ready to be harvested. The ding. So let me show you how it works. This torch is feeding power into this block here, and this block is 2 blocks above the piston. Currently there's a glitch where a block 2 blocks above the piston can activate it, but only when there is a block update that happens next to it, like a block being added, destroyed, I don't know, an oven being activated. There's many different ways. Look into bud switches and you'll find out many of the applications people have come up with it. But you're just detecting whether something changes in the block. But when that happens, this then successfully powers the piston. The piston pushes up 2 sand blocks, and this top one then is lined up with the repeater. This powered repeater then can power through that block into this redstone. This redstone is then our output for the bud, which is nice. That output will say, oh, the piston detected a block update next to it. And the final step is to reset the switch, and that is accomplished through this repeater here, which then sends the power here to the inverter, which briefly makes the signal say turn off, so that the piston can retract and the sand blocks drop. And once they drop immediately, then this can't power through and it all works well. If you don't have this repeater here, it happens a little too quickly, and you end up with this piston clock that is updated at a rate related to how fast blocks fall from one to the but that's not important. This is pistons that work with the sand or gravel blocks, and because it's using the falling of the sand or gravel, you can use a normal piston. You don't need a sticky piston, which is another thing that makes this bud system unique. So I hope you find that useful. I hope you find that interesting. And if you come up with some more compact design for this, though I doubt there really is anything, yeah, let me know. My final detail, I guess, is this powering in. The fact that it's here is kind of arbitrary. It could be on this side. It could also be on this side here. So if that suits your needs, if you actually use this, stick with it. Go with that. I think I'd actually do this rather this way so that things can be stacked sideways if you're going to have multiple rows of trees.